Left pocket got pound, pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos.
Coach, it is something not seen all that often in these parts. Playoff football in North Carolina. We've got it at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Carolina Panthers. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Cam's going to run the option right. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 28-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59. Hey, come on, come on.
Throwing is Newton. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Out left side here to Bryant. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Mario Addison in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
What's tight? Tight ends right. What's tight?
From the gun, it's Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 right at the 40. First down, a run with Cohen. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a second and 13.
Check the
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Jeffrey Simmons. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Newton. Quick hitter here. It's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy. Maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
Ready? Ready? Get Mike. Come on, D. Show it up. Show it up.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
That's it. 1, 8, 8. You remember me. Let's go, baby. 66.
First carry for the former Florida Gator, Jordan Scarlett. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Don't be mad.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Newton. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
Now a first carry for Dial Pumphrey. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Leonard Floyd. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Let him know.
Out of the gun, Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now it's Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now Trubisky. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
On first down, it's Cohen. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 39 yards, as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Scarlett on the carry, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check right.
Derrick Henry. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Newton. That's Samuel, caught left side. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now on 2nd and 16, Newton, and an alley to run. A heck of an effort there on the scramble, leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes him manageable now.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. This is Henry. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And right side, Henry's got it. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Ian Thomas, 28 yards, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. This is Cohen. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Pass from Trubisky, taken in by Gabriel. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Trubisky. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks. but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off. So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Newton. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Bears take over first and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair, and he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I look, well, all right, never mind. Third quarter action now. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
54, right there, 54 miles.
From the 27, Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Cohen. 16 yards, a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down now, it's Cohen. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Check, walk it before.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he's taken down inside the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Trubisky to throw. Complete to Bryant. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run as the Bears push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown in the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger.
They've got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. And an alley to run. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Newton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 3rd and short. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Newton. Flushed out right. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game.
2nd and 7 at the 7-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Young Trip is here, baby. Young Trip is here.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Scarlett. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. A first down carry for Henry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Brian Burns showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jeffrey Simmons, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of it. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. He completes it to Bryant. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They run. This is Cohen. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Sit up. 180. 54 back. Check back. Check back.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Trubisky. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Coach will just be relieved. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. 67 yards. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Point after, right down the middle. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Go! 180! Check 53, Mike. You got nothing today. You got nothing.